What's the deal? It's your boy Shaka Billionaire Mafioso, the Dundon, the coldest nigga breathing flames with my boy Baby Shaka, and we finna react to some motherfucking. We finna react to a Kevin Samuels reaction. You feel me? And let's see if we can get some game, cause a lot of niggas be spitting bullshit, pandering. You know what I'm saying? And they be dissing my nigga Kevin Samuels, you hear me?
And that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen. You ladies all feel like
I'm pretty sure everybody seen this clip. I'm pretty sure everybody done seen the clip when he told the woman she average at best, you feel me?
A dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know.
Shawty said she wanted a 10 six-figure nigga.
That are not your father.
And I'm pretty sure we all know it's some hard-working niggas who don't make six figures.
You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want.
And it's ridiculous. I ain't looking for no Instagram model bitch, and I think it's ridiculous when women have super crazy, unrealistic standards.
But they don't want that.
But that's just me.
Can I ask a question?
Let's see what these niggas got to say about that.
Yeah.
Why is that so? Go ahead.
Okay. So, do you feel like a woman like me?
What would you rank yourself on?
And before any of these niggas say anything, I don't think she ugly because she dark skinned. And being a dark skinned nigga myself, I understand a lot of people may feel like that's what he was saying, but I think a lot of that shit be in our heads sometimes, and it is because of a result of what niggas have went through when they was kids. But I don't think that's why she got such a low rating in this video. I honestly think it's a lot of dark-skinned women who were cuter than her.
On a scale from 1 to 10, you cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay.
She gave herself a 5.
5.
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average.
I think I'm a 5 in looks. That's fine with me. If I say I'm a 5 in looks, that's perfectly fine. People got mad because she didn't say she was an 8.
They tend to get average men.
So,
did you? I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
And for all the people who call this nigga gay, if that nigga was or was not gay, I could have swore y'all really stopped giving a fuck about niggas getting killed on camera by the police to advocate for gay rights and all that other stuff. So I don't understand how you're gonna double back and be insulting somebody, calling them whatever you want to call them, and then use it as an insult when y'all just like completely stop giving a fuck about niggas getting killed for that same reason.
There, breathe and digest. You're 35 years old, and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip.
This shit life or death for these niggas.
They got their average looking woman when they were both really young, and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money like, damn, these niggas too serious about go for an average looking woman.
That's baby wrong right there.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But your ma'am,
her body not average.
What?
Her body not average. Look, bro, say, please don't make me say it. Please don't make me have to do this to you.
I really just wanted some advice. I love you.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, man, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
okay, but you're not.
She called herself average, by the way.
Okay. Average looking women. Average looking woman who's older. Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching Kevin Samuels since I seen this shit.
Woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy.
I feel like the truth is really getting dimmed out these days. So for somebody to be able to unobjectively say what they feel in a culture where it's like shut the fuck up and do what we say, even if it's right or wrong, I feel like that nigga is very powerful. It's a very powerful thing to do to try to mediate the imbalances between men and women right now, especially black men and black women, because honestly I think it's purposely getting out of hand.
Baby daddy.
And it's not helpful.
This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I mean, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes
Why can't women get an average guy? How many niggas really finna be NBA stars, or NFL stars, or big rappers and type shit, like, or super street superstars? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? How many women really gonna build up with a nigga from 0 to 100? You feel me?
Feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, man. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, man, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more. Because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina.
Hey, I don't care how much money I ever earn in life, bro. I'm not better than the next man just because of a materialistic thing or a materialistic construct. I would never shit on nobody. I remember days when I was poor and niggas try to shit on me, but one thing about shitting on somebody, you never know who gonna come up. It's not smart.
Carolina. Most people get average people, especially average people. You're an average person. I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You had a pet grooming business.
This nigga ain't saying
shit. You've been making
shit.
6 figures for the last 3 years.
This nigga dead ass still like it's a fucking autopsy or something.
But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and I took all that off of you,
Derrick Jaxn, I ain't really. I don't be agreeing with half the shit this nigga say, so I'm trying to understand what he finna say now.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have.
I feel like he'd be pimping women, telling them what they want to hear.
No, you don't. You don't look the same. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
So, what is your advice
That man get
for
tired.
That? All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening. That's why I always recommend you need therapy.
Bro, this nigga so silent. I'm honestly thinking that he watched this and he trying to make it, before he says his point, he trying to make it seem like, well, I listen completely, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and blah, 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 blah.
But you seem like a sweet
But
dude.
I mean, I ain't got nothing to say yet, really, because the nigga ain't said that shit this whole video.
Don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle a goddamn shit.
My boy like this horse poop.
On the day that you ain't even supposed to be here. And I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm tired of y'all doing this shit.
My daughter said I be mean all the time.
So I haven't been on quite some time, but I checked back in. I saw my DMs and I saw quite a few of y'all hitting me up with this video. Apparently it's been going viral where this dating or relationship coach or guru or something like that is telling this woman what y'all just saw. And there was quite a bit of outrage around how he talked to her, how he would just call women as broads, how he cussed her out at the end. You know?
I ain't gonna lie, what was crazy to me, they was acting like he was cussing her out and being so rude, and I'm like, bro, I could have swore we just, before this WAP dropped like 2 months ago, I'm like, we really acting super sensitive now about some shit, and I'm like, damn, where the sensitivity come from? We've been seeing some wild shit and been going through some wild shit lately, so I think certain people choose to be sensitive about certain things.
why is this up yet? Like, this conversation should have been about 38 seconds long. I don't know how you, as an adult, even get to a point in the conversation where you get to tell somebody that what they're saying to you is mean. Like, the way I tell people what they're saying to me means I hang up. And secondly, as a woman, how you let anybody gauge your attractiveness or tell you that you're average at best in terms of how attractive you are as a woman? You don't even know if they really like women like that.
Going to the gay thing, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't go around saying, hey, I'm a motherfucking 10. I'm a motherfucking 9. I'm a motherfucking 10. It's like, bro, like, hey, you win some, you lose some. I think that's the best way for anybody to think, because it's neutral, it's balanced, and it means you're not overinflated sense of ego. You're not just overly full of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So to say that he wrong for telling somebody to be realistic about how they feel about themselves, it's ridiculous. And then calling them gay, I was like, boy, you don't want them alpha boys coming after you, because, man, y'all know y'all niggas was putting on for them alpha bitch before y'all put on for the people that look like you. So stop capping.
You know, if they're attracted to any woman, I'm not even being funny, I'm just being real. But in all fairness, there were both men and women saying he's being brutally honest with her. We need more of that. He's being brutally honest. No, he was being disrespectfully impractical.
No, he was not being impractical. If somebody say they a 10 and they want $100 million nigga, well, she said she was a 5, so I'll give her that. But if she said she want $1 million nigga and she 35 and haven't found $1 million nigga, how is he being impractical by saying, well, if you went on the course of your life and for 35 years, I don't know how many days that is, and you haven't managed to find a $1 million nigga or grow from 0 to $1 million or $100,000 nigga, that it's safe to say, based on the average nigga you picked, that you're not going to be able to get a $100,000 nigga at 35 to grow the rest of your life with. How's that impractical?
First off,
I know I'm not finna get no fucking Kim Kardashian Instagram model, blah 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 blah. Like, and if somebody told me that, I'd be like, that's fine. It's not impractical of me to be realistic.
Because he didn't even really listen to her question like that. Like, she wasn't so much saying that she wanted a 6-figure guy. This is at least my perception.
He lying. She said she wanted a 6-figure nigga. She literally said she wanted a 6-figure nigga, and that she could not be submissive to a man who doesn't make more than her. Niggas pandering, bro. Sometimes niggas tell you what they want to hear worse than the niggas who tell you what you don't want to hear.
What I heard her say is that basically she wants to feel safe and she wants to feel confident in submitting to a man, and she thinks the route to...
Where did she say that? She didn't say safe or confident one time. What are you talking about? She didn't say safe or confident one time. She didn't say that. She said she wants to submit to a nigga who makes more money than her.
Get there is by getting a 6-figure man. Like, anything other than addressing that, I already...
He said Kevin Samuels didn't listen to what the girl said. He didn't listen to what Kevin said, because that nigga making up shit now for the
it was going to be impractical, and it was. Secondly, as a woman, you should never gauge or judge your standards or base your standards on how beautiful you think you are. Like, first off, you're not ugly to somebody, but you should never do that.
Hey, let's be realistic. A lot of niggas gonna look at a female about how good she look. You know what I'm saying? That's basic attraction. That's just what it is. Like, I think it's really dumb to stop acting like things that's been happening for thousands of years since the beginning of mankind, and all of a sudden, since the internet came by, we just saying what people want to hear, that we acting like we don't look at people like they pretty or somebody like they ugly.
Saying, you know what? I'm this amount of beautiful. Therefore, I can have this type of guy based on my current physical features. What happens when those physical features change?
Hey, man, I can't hear.
When you get a little older? What happens when you have 2 or 3 more kids? 1 or 2 more kids? What happens, God forbid, if life happens to you and you get sick, or you get in a car wreck or anything like that? What happens if your quote-unquote beauty diminishes? His interest in you is going to diminish. And conversely, a guy...
I think he has a point in type of ways, because at first, before you know anybody, you look at them. So you can't see somebody and know about their emotions and how they feel inside if you haven't even got through the initial attraction. It's not the final attraction, it's the first impression.
If he's, choosing you because he feel like his pockets ain't where he want him to be, he got this much money in his bank account, what happens whenever you do what we ask all women to do, which is hold us down, believe in us, help our dreams come true, and you make his bag double, triple, quadruple, and he gets more money than what he had whenever he first chose you, and he chose you based on how much money that he had. That's the impracticality. That's the lack of logic in what he's saying. And while we on the subject,
the lack of knowledge in what he's saying, all right, logic in what he's saying is that assuming that every woman is out here building their nigga into 6-figure niggas. Some niggas out here just taking care of business, and ain't nobody building shit.
To all my guys out there, like, look, first off, every guy.
I don't expect women to be superheroes, and I don't expect men to be superheroes. We just regular people.
Should be allowed to have his preferences without being shamed. Whether he like them big or small, dark or light, kids or no kids, or what have you. But I don't know why as a man you would ever let your bank account determine your confidence to go after what you want, whatever it is. When there's a lot of broke dudes out here taking rich dudes' women and using the rich dude's money for the condoms that he gonna use with the girl. And on top of that, it don't make sense to let a woman's physical features or how she looks be the deal breaker. That's not going to really lead to your happiness either. I'm going to just speak from personal experience real quick. Because
looks aren't everything. That's a fact. Looks are not everything.
There was a time when I went after the baddest woman or as many women as I could possibly get when I was a little younger in college and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something, man. Until
I heard this nigga got baby mamas and all type of shit. Low key, don't be taking care of his kids. But that's gossip, and we don't do that.
I started placing true value on a woman. All I could get out of her was what she was going to do for my dick or how she was going to make me look to the homies. That's it. Like, it don't matter, like, how bad she is, how solid she is, because she can be both bad and solid. It don't really matter. If you don't put true value on a woman, you're never going to truly be happy. It took me years to mature to that point where I understood that, it's not about what she can do for me sexually. It's about what we can do for each other's legacy. It ain't about if she got kids. Of course, nobody wants baby daddy drama and all that kind of stuff. But how's she going to raise my kids based on who she is? Is she going to be teaching them how to twerk on every little boy and roll blunts, or is she going to be teaching them a second language, how to play instruments, emotional intelligence, that type of thing? When I finally learned that, and I was half this dude's age, and I was making 6 figures in a month, not per year, in a month, and I haven't fallen off since then. I'm not flexing, but I'm not capping either. By the grace of God, I haven't fallen off. I'm just speaking from firsthand experience. That was the smartest decision I ever made, was to choose a woman not based on her looks, but based on who she was, and I was able to get both of Miss Jackson. But that's kind of off the subject, man. It just kind of trips me out, the level of immaturity in what he's saying, because he seems older.
Bro, he ain't wrong in everything he's saying. Like, if a woman came up to you after you worked hard as fuck, had a long day inside a motherfucking warehouse, working your shit off, you know what I'm saying? You went through life or whatever, just like he said, and a bitch say, you ain't good enough because you don't make 6 figures. I think that's a little bit insensitive. You know what I'm saying? I think that's insensitive. But I mean, every woman, I guess, is a 10 and deserves a nigga who's a millionaire.
This particular counselor or whatever he is, he's old enough to have gray hairs on his head, but when I listen to him, I hear a lot of adolescence in his mentality. But I saw people saying, well, what would you say? What would you say to the woman?
I ain't gonna lie. I think Derrick Jaxn know it's a new fish in the waters, because I ain't that triggered by anything anybody's saying, but to think that the nigga was completely wrong is ridiculous, because it obviously went viral because several people agree with what he was saying.
And they called up looking for help, looking for guidance, and in the interest of being brutally honest, I would tell her straight up, like, you don't need to be looking for no dude that's making 6 figures. You need to be looking inside yourself for the part that is still broken from past relationships. That's allowing you to get talked to by this dude like you were just a dog. That's the first and foremost thing that you need to do. And it's not to give the counselor a pass for how problematic he is and how much he's bullying this woman. It's not to give him a pass, but I'm going to be real with y'all. He ain't the first sales rep at Men's Warehouse that I've seen get a promotion, and now he feel like he got the keys to life. He ain't going to be the last. But it ain't what you get caught.
He acting like he don't know. He acting like he don't know who the dude is, but then he said something about his background. Certain shit be capped. Because if you act like you ain't seen this nigga go viral, and you in the same the same pond as him, in the same grounds as him, it just make it look like you capping, like you're not really being 100. Because we know who the fuck this nigga is now, bro. Nigga making huge waves, bro. So nigga, it'll seem like you more genuine if you acknowledge who the nigga is, and then say your piece.
Call is what you answer to. And my priority is those of y'all who are genuinely looking for help, seeking answers, how to live a better life, and all of that. For any man or woman that can relate to this woman that was calling, I'm going to tell you this. Remember who you were before you got broken. Remember the type of woman, if you're a woman, remember the type of woman you were on the path to becoming before you got broken. Remember.
He said, if you're a woman, that's how you know he used to talking to gullible women. Because one thing about Kevin Samuels, he ain't really talking to women. He talks to women, but he's talking about an ideology in general. He used to just telling a bitch, yeah, baby, you're beautiful, and your eyes can be green and whatever color your eyes want to be. When you wake up in the morning, just know that your eyes are the color you want them to be. When you look in the mirror, just know those eyes are beautiful type shit. And I mean, if you eat that shit up, you're not going to have a realistic perception of life, because it's certain things that need balance.
Remember her and take steps towards that. Or else you're going to continue taking steps towards dudes who step all over you for their personal gain. Like
and there is women out there who really get they all to a fuck nigga too. You're not gonna act like that.
I'll let y'all be good. Peace.
Are you getting sleepy? Well, hey, that's that, man. I feel like it's all about being balanced, being realistic with yourself, and not putting unrealistic expectations on people that you can't achieve yourself. If you don't make 100 figures or 6 figures or whatever, you know what I'm saying, don't be acting like you want somebody who lives a life you never really seen, because you're not going to find it, because you talking about some shit you ain't never seen. But hey, it's your boy Shaka Billionaire, Mafioso the Dun Dada, and the boy Baby Shaka, Baby Rome, my boy. And we signing out, man. Fuck with us.